Comical. Able to work this across. It falls for Velasco. His shot! And there's a game-tying goal! Alan Velasco makes it 1-1. Oh, that's so well earned by FC Dallas.
He knows that where the space is, and he takes his first touch, and it just sets up so nicely. And the way that he hits it with his right foot, it's always going away from Blake. And you just see the strike there. He
finding the width with Robert Taylor. Couple of feints. Benjamin Kromoski! What a terrific strike for the teenager!
Defensively, you've got the numbers, but you're not fast enough to close the gap right at the top of the 18. Instead, Kromoski, watch his first touch on the half turn. Beautifully set up. He doesn't need a ton of pace behind it. The curler to the far post opens his hips up. And so many times before.
Yeboah pulls it back. We've already seen Morris pull the trigger once from distance. He's done it again! And this time, it's into the top corner! What an absolute scorcher from Aiden Morris!
Let's do a good job of being patient in this build-up, getting the ball wide to create a little bit of overload, drag FC Cincinnati into a wider area to create this little small opening of space for Aiden Morris, who does so well, gets the ball out of his feet and only has one thing on his mind, putting his laces through this ball and picking out that far post. Roman Celentano gives his best attempt at it, but he has no chance as Aiden Morris puts his side up 1-0 here at lower.com field.
Running beyond him, reliever for Buck. Good. Lining up to have a hit! And that is an absolute banger from Noel Buck, who single-handedly is trying to drag New England back into this game.
This time, Buck just stays out of it, sees a bit of the space, and then unleashes a rocket from outside the 18 to that upper corner. Exactly what the New England Revolution need to get themselves back into this game.
Yorios Gutierrez cutting it back. Now it's Brian Gutierrez, and the Fire have an early lead. And it's the first goal this season for Gutierrez. As he starts to stretch to the byline, two things. One, it's a bad touch, so he gets himself into trouble, but then he also plays out of it because he recognizes the fact he's drawn a second defender with him. The poor touch, you actually get a second player coming back over to try and close that space right there. That little move, Corbo, as he drifts back across, loses the runner in behind, opens up the space, and smartly done by Gutierrez. Just sits idly right at the top of the six. If his run continues forward, the space isn't there. Instead, as clean as he's been all season long.
Delivered from 12 yards out on Saturday. Do so from further out here today. It's Tolkien. Oh my word! How about it? How about this boy?
The personality of John Tolkien. How about this for precision? Up and down, curling away from Kalina, no chance, just gets a hand to it, but is left helpless. It's excellent technique from Tolkien to step up once again from a dead ball situation.
Martinez. Flock, quick release. McGlynn once again. Service off the left foot. Once, and it gets in! It got past Steinahar.
As you can see, he's anticipating a touch from either Carranza or Uwe, so he holds his ground. When in all reality, the amount of times you see a ball being played into the box that doesn't touch anybody and just nestles in that far corner, you see Steinahar, he doesn't react. He doesn't react because he's wary that there's going to be a touch from Carranza or Uwe, but by the time he does react, the ball's in the back of the net. And it's a lovely ball in from McGlynn.
Quick's looking for a shot on goal. Ewell will pass it off. Powell.
Yes! Faced up here. He gets a little bit of a deflection there, so fortunate. But really it's that movement out wide and then taking this touch right here, that separation, that final touch.
Here comes Atlanta. This is Thiago Almada. Not a lot of room for Caleb Wiley. This is Caleb Wiley who opens the scoring! 5 minutes in! The 18-year-old putting Atlanta ahead on the road!
Just clipping to the other side. And how's this for the second-year homegrown? And Caleb Wiley United 1, Charlotte FC 0.
Caleb Wiley's second career goal. He scored 14 minutes into his debut.
Picks his head up, inside the goal, chance here for Luna! And Diego Luna buries it! Real Salt Lake The Road Warriors in Major League Soccer are off to a flyer.
How about this dummy, though? How about that unselfish dummy to play that ball? And it's Damir Kreilach in that role on top of the 18, knowing Diego Luna's on his back in a transition moment, and so smart and clinical with that finish. Passes it into the back post, doesn't have to do too much, curls it around a legendary keeper in Roman Burki to that back post to put.
Allen with the cross, and well, the ball's going to fall clear enough for AS. Has absolutely rifled it into the top corner. Leaves for Mascara. Mascara taking it himself! Oh, what a strike! Juan David Mascara! The Portland Timbers are absolutely flying!
To this team now that we didn't see for 60 minutes. We haven't seen for the first 6 games of the year. Now you've got players running forward. Mascara's hit 2 or 3 great opportunities going forward. This one, Stefan Fry had no chance on, but it's more so the energy and the conviction.
Pellegrini, Marco! All the way across for Petrovite. Here we go! 30 seconds in, Petrovite.
Quiñones! Golazo!
What a save from Chris Brady.
It's up here for Dylan Barrero! Oh! How about that? Magnificent!
Driving centrally, looking for options, goes for goal! And that is what we've seen. One world-class strike already. How about that one from Owen Wolff?
The 18-year-old homegrown Owen Wolff, when he receives that ball, he has to look over his shoulder first and foremost to see that he has space to attack. And again, RSL do a really poor job of closing him down, but take nothing away from that strike. He picks out in front, and there it
And go one-on-one, and you see this ball driven across by Farfan, right to the penalty area. Taylor, here is Noah Allen. Gomez settles, scores! Messi loves it from the bench. The 20-year-old Diego Gomez with his first goal in pink, and Inter Miami take the lead in New York.
For Taylor, Cornell deals with the first ball in, the second phase of defending a set piece, deliver it wide. Everybody from the New York Rebels worried about pushing the line forward, but forgetting about the space behind them. Diego Gomez, first touch, second one in the back of the net. No Lionel Messi, no Busquets, no problem. Inter Miami 1, New York Red Bulls 0.
For Chicago, next available opportunity. It's a nice ball there from Rodriguez into Fernandez! That is spectacular! And at the very least, hope for New York City to make the playoffs.
Instead, Chicago Fire just gets split wide open. Fernandez, which is a little bit of space, presence of mind to get himself on the half turn, and then my goodness, look at that strike to the upper corner. Knows where he is through traffic, lets the ball run, sets him up perfectly for the first touch, and my goodness, how good is that? Just
coming off. Great skills on that far side. It comes in for Gomez, calls his number, and his first goal in Major League Soccer, right before the substitutes. Andres Gomez stakes the flag.
And as Gomez takes that first touch, sets himself up, less preferred left foot. What less preferred left foot? Absolutely tags this, curls it, far post, and just pings the inside of JT Marcinkowski's.